Greetings and salutations in service to the one I am, Amber Dawn Star, practical mystic, energetic activist, and for over 35 years, master breathologist. Welcome back to my community. Well, if this isn't the day that will go down in history of our country as one of the top fire starters of what's coming, this day is the day. If you don't know what's going on, the ultra-conservative Supreme Court struck down Roe v. Wade today, which to me is the lighting of the fuse. These people that are running the show don't realize that the rest of us have a clue, and we're not going to let it stand anymore. We're not going to let them control us anymore. If you have any inkling of what's been going on with the feminine in the last 6,000 years, do yourself a favor and find out. Because the feminine is on the planet. The ray of the feminine is on the planet now, and she is not going to stand for this shit. She is not going to take it any flip-flopping more. Nor should she. How many centuries have we gone through this shite with the frickin' toxic masculine? And those toxic masculines think they're going to drag us back to 2 centuries ago. Do you understand that if the masculine could have children, that abortion would be a sacrament? Think about that for a moment. If the masculine could have children, abortion would be a sacrament. And because they've had their way for 6,000 father flip-flopping years, they still think that they can get away with this. What they don't realize is times have changed. And the feminine is up to here, fire with all of the freaking control and oughta, shoulda, woulda, coulda, and keeping us in our place and flip off. So all of you people out there that still have the energy to get up off your asses and get out in the street, please do that. I was out in the street 50 years ago, getting this to be the law of the land. I walked, I marched, I stood up for what was right in the female body, and that nobody should have any right to tell you what to do or not to do with your own body. Especially the freaking toxic white boy masculine club. No more. No more of this. And what they don't understand, the powers that be, is that this is not going to fly, and they've just lit the fuse. They've lit the fuse. This summer, mark me, this summer will make the 60s look like the 50s. Which, they're attempting to drag us back to 1850s. Not even the 20th century 50s. And it's not going to fly. It is not going to work this time. And I'm trusting that anybody that watches this channel will please do whatever you need to do to have them pay for what it is they're trying to shove down our flip-flopping throats. Because it's not going to fly, it's not going to work, and what they don't realize is just how much this is going to backlash. If 80% of this country, males and females, think that abortion is a personal choice, which of course it is, then they are completely out of touch with the masses, which is obvious, right? They're completely out of touch with what's going on in their own country that they're supposed to represent. So, we got a 2 for this week from that frickin' sucky Supreme Court. 1, the gun striking down New York's gun, his law that has been in effect for, 10 years, 15 years, whatever, struck that down and struck down Roe v. Wade. 2 for. And so they have sentenced themselves to destruction. They have sentenced this country to destruction. If you know anything about astrology, and I suggest you check it out, the Civil War had the same placements that are going on now. The World War II, also same placements that are going on now. And if you don't think that handwriting is in big bold letters on the wall, neon flashing, to wake the flip-flop up about what's coming down the pike, you have not been paying attention. And you need to get your flip-flopping head out of your flip-flopping ass and see what the hell's going on. And stand up and be counted for what is right. Because what they're attempting to do is not right. It is not right. And 80% of the people in this country know that. Talk about breathing. Oh my God, I have been breathing like all day since I woke up to this morning. And actually I've been breathing since, the whole gun thing. What was it, yesterday? So it's like a boom, boom, 1-2 punch to the American people. So, the people that showed up at Clarence Thomas's house, yeah, there we go. Every single one of them that voted for this, yeah, the people are done. Do they realize that, the French Revolution took some time? It didn't happen overnight, but it happened. And the people said enough. And the people are right there again. The people of this country and the frackin' world, not just us, but of course, we're spearheading the movement to drag us back a couple hundred years ago. It's not going to happen. So don't buy into it, because it isn't going to happen. You need to get up off your asses, get off your flip-flopping phones, get off your this, and get out there and tell them no. Nope, not happening, not going to happen. Nope, no. I have been breathing the conscious holy breath ever since the first with the guns. Now today it's just been constant breathing because there's so much emotional shite around this and intellectual shite around this. And spiritual too. Don't kid yourself. This is all part of the whole change that's going on right now in the world. There is a frequency that's coming to this planet right now that's been on the planet, actually, if you know anything about anything, the photon band. We're in that, we've been in that, and that is light coming to the planet. Whoa, we can't stay in the dark anymore. We can't stay with our heads up our butts anymore. We can't, deny anymore. No. Nope. Now it's in our faces, and I mean like in our faces, like smush in your face. In all of our faces. And what are we going to do about it? We cannot go back. We must go forward. And forward means 180 degrees from what we've been living for quite some time now. Because it has not ever been normal. No, it hasn't been normal. We've just been, put into this freaking deep sleep of denial and thinking that, oh, well, yeah, this is life now. This is no, it isn't. No, it isn't. You don't have to take this. I don't have to take this. I'm not taking it. If I had the wherewithal, more energy right now in my body and wasn't in so much flip-flopping pain every single day, I would be out in the street, and there's no telling, I still could be. Maybe I just need, some staffs, or, I don't know. All I know is 50 years ago I was out in the street. Now I'm doing this. And I'm encouraging all the people, male, female, men, women, get out there. Strike if you have to. Strike. Do a weekend with no driving. See what that does to them. Because all that's bullshit too, right? There's no frickin' shortages. They're just trying to make up for the money they lost in 2020 and 2021. And now they're just screwing everybody. Because they have been screwing us for quite some time. But now, you know what? We don't have to keep getting screwed anymore. We can say no. The frick, frack, and screw stops here. Take your power back, folks. There's a lot more of us than there are of them. I don't even give a shit about the army and all that. And now they're like, oh, our Second Amendment, blah, blah, blah. Now we can go out and with our AK-47s and just, walk around with them like we're all that. How really that makes one look? How out of touch with the 21st century that makes a person look. And yes, we have our, Marjorie Taylor Greens, and we have our Beau Beards. Makes me sad to be a woman. Well, I don't consider them women. I consider them females, but I don't consider them women. They are very strange, as far as I'm concerned. And that thinking, that narrow-minded, patriarchal thinking that they've had shoved down their throat, that they're like, oh yes, give me more, shove some more down my throat, I want all of it, and then I'm going to spit it back at you as law. No. No matter what it looks like right now out there, heart, consciousness, alignment, you can stay in that and you can be directed by your high self, by spirit, by source. You don't have to believe any of this. This summer is going to, well, you'll see, and then you'll go, oh, that woman on that channel, she said this, and I've been saying it. I said it last summer. But no, we needed just one more year of this shit to shove down our throats and to see what we're going to do about it. Well, what are you going to do about it? What are you going to do about it? I do a lot of my political stuff online now because I can't be out there in the streets so much anymore. I can't. My body is not new. Although, maybe this will, just get me all girdled up and with my back brace and every other thing I have to wear. And, get out there because it's just a bunch of frick-frackin' lies. It's lies. And you don't have to believe it and swallow the lies any flip-flopping more. Because this is the line I've been talking about in the sand. You need to stand up for what you believe that is truth. The line. Nope, we're not going to go past this line. This is my boundary and you're not going to cross it. And believe me, the women of this country have reached that boundary probably decades ago. And now it's up to all of us that have any frickin' sense any common sense, any kind of understanding of what's really going on here, which is the culmination of 6,000 years of the patriarchy telling us what the flip-flop to do. Or, not liking us, or we wouldn't, go to bed with them. So let's burn them at the stake. Let's burn her at the stake if she doesn't want to have sex with me. Let's make up something. And because of the stupidity of humanity, that flew for quite some time. Not anymore. There is consciousness on the planet now. There is a vibration, a frequency on the planet now that is changing rapidly the outcomes of what's going on. We are splitting, the timelines are splitting, and the third dimensional timeline of planet Earth, you really need to say, you know what, I'm done with this. I am going to ascend at least to the fourth. If you've been following my videos, I went on and on and on about the characteristics of the fourth and the fifth and the third dimensions and where you're at with all that. You do not want to stay here because this is just the beginning. This summer, I'm saying it. I'm saying it out loud. Be prepared, because now, I just read something that, somebody got into an argument with somebody in a store over some bullshit, and they killed him. People don't, they just, their egos are so huge that they feel like, if somebody slights them, they're going to kill your ass. They're just going to kill you. That's how little regard a lot of the people in the world have for life. So what kind of regard do you have for life? They're trying to get these laws into, like, if it's a zygote. A zygote! What are they going to be, in everybody's, rooms? Well, all those cameras and phones and TVs and that are looking and gathering data. Stand up and be counted for what is right. And this is not right. This is saying, it's time for a change, a huge change. It's going to be the hugest change that we've seen for quite a while in our country. And it's here now. This 1-2 punch from this Supreme Court, that a maniac pretty much got these people on this court. A maniac. And hopefully somebody's out there watching these, this hearing that's going on and seeing just how insidious this person and his people were and are to throw. They basically were going to frickin' throw over the government of our country. It was a coup, all right. And it's still, people still believe this and are fighting for this. Because subconsciously they know that they're not going to make it this time. And so they're fighting tooth and nail to hope that you people are still flip-flopping, fudging, still asleep. And that's what they're praying for, and that's what they're hoping for, that you are still sound asleep. But I know that whoever watches this channel is not asleep. So, Spirit says now, stand up and be counted for what is right. Stand up, and when you see any kind of energy that is of the old, of making people small, of making people wrong because of the sex, because of your skin color, because who you prefer to have sex with. Who's freaking, it's none of anybody's business. First of all, nobody's business. And then we find out about these people that are so pro-life, and they're not. They're liars. They're cheaters. They have no consciousness, and other than being souls that chose to play the villains, to light the match. Somebody has to be the bad guys, right? We've got them in spades on the highest court of the land. So, my friends, today's the day. This day will go down in infamy in our history of our country. And just wait, because now it has revved up. This will be the summer you won't ever forget. Guaranteed. So, keep breathing. Please keep breathing. Just keep breathing and letting it stay grounded, stay in your heart, your consciousness, your alignment with source. Keep breathing, let it pass through you. Don't grab onto it other than, okay, this is where I need to stand up now and be counted. And whatever that looks like, do it. Be it. All right, kids. That's me and Spirit's pep talk for today. Om Namah Shivaya. In Lakach. Namaste. El Kalimo. Alright, do your part. Do what's right. You know what it is. Bye for now.